Your guys' questions, how do you afford this, Oceanna? What business side of things? That's why I'm really leaving Vegas. And I may not come back. Okay, let me break it down for you. Hello, my beautiful humans. Welcome to my channel. I'm Oceanna. Today, I'm going to be answering all of your burning questions. Like, Oceanna, when are you coming back? Why are you going to Bali? Can I come with you? All the things I'll be answering right here, right now, while I pack for Bali. And you're going to watch because you're curious. Like, why else would you watch? Like, all right, let's get started. So first we're gonna start. I'm gonna grab all the bags that I'm taking. In Greece, I only took a carry-on and a backpack, but this time I'm checking a bag, so it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna have a little bit more space, a little extra stuff, and we're gonna get into your question. Okay, so I'm bringing this laptop bag for all my tech, and I'm gonna keep it with me on the plane for my personal item. This is gonna go across my body while I'm at the airport and while I'm like on hikes and stuff. Currently has my passport. This I didn't have last time, and oh my gosh, I needed it so bad. It's not that cute, but like it's convenient. Okay, I have a cuter bag coming too, don't worry. This is my main backpack where honestly so much can fit in here, it's insane. This was the best purchase. I got it for my first Europe trip, and I've been using it for all my travels. It's the best, honestly. This was the first investment I made when I decided to go to Greece. Look at it. It has my name on it. Come on now. It has a lock. It has a lock on it. It has a zipper lock, and it has a compartment under here for a battery pack. It's a July suitcase. July, if you want to sponsor me, I really wouldn't mind. This is where we're going to be fitting all of my clothes in. It was so nice in hostels to have that extra layer of security. All the people I met in hostels were really cool and nice, but you know, better safe than sorry. Another thing, an important life hack for travel is I have an air tag on all of my bags and on my passport. I have one for my backpack, I have one for my luggage, and I have one for my passport. Very, very important. Ta-da! I've been kind of putting things together like over time, deciding what I want to take and what I don't. And I still have a week to go, and so my workout sets, I'm probably gonna wait to pack because I literally live in them every day. But let's get to the pieces that I know I'm not gonna wear in that time. Best travel hack ever is packing cubes. Organization. I love organization, and packing cubes are the best, to be honest. Did they stay organized the whole trip last time? Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say no, but like, yeah. Makes life so much easier. Fill them with colors too. You're gonna find out with my vlogs that like, I'm a very organized person. I actually won most organized in elementary school, like for the 5th grade like awards. Funny enough. And you know what, they were onto something. If you see my journal, if you see my phone, if you see so much organization, my notes app. But I forgot what colors was each, but I think I'm gonna change it up to pinks. We're gonna do dresses in here. And we're gonna answer some of your questions. Your guys' questions, honestly, were a lot about money. And honestly, that makes sense because like, how do you afford this, Oceanna? Okay, let me break it down for you. After Greece, I had no money. $0 in the bank. None. And honestly, it really broke my heart because I wanted to have an online business running in Greece. But the problem was I didn't have clarity on the value that I could offer. I was trying a bunch of different things. Online makeup consultations, birth chart readings. I was so quick to start applying for jobs. I literally drove around to a bunch of different restaurants and cafes, and thankfully I got hired at a place called Aubergine. Thank you, Aubergine. Like, I stayed there for about 6 months, in which I was able to save and start traveling again. But there's something different this time. Now I've built a business while I was working at that job. While I was working there, I was waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, working on my business, and then posting content after work. So I was working most of the day, whether it was at my 9 to 5 or at home. I was locked in, and I was also at the gym, like discipline on 10. And it was because the feeling of freedom that I had in Greece was something that I couldn't unknow was possible. Solo travel unlocks a level of freedom that your day-to-day you just simply don't have access to. And when there's people and structures of this country that are designed to make you feel stuck and in the rat race, when you taste what it's like to make your own schedule, choose your own destination, explore and connect with people whenever you want, that feeling is irreplaceable. And when I got back, honestly, I had like a few days, a week, where I was like depressed. I didn't want to be back in Vegas because Vegas, I need to start actually packing, because Vegas represented everything that I no longer wanted to be. I was so ready to start working again so I could save up again. And then after a couple months of working there, I started discovering my offer and doing deep inner work, uncovering my pain and the transformation that I went through in my life, and then also uncovering what it took to get me from a place of feeling stuck and unworthy and insecure to having the confidence to solo travel. And then the solo travel trip itself was my proof of concept of like, oh my gosh, I really am that girl. Like, I really am that girl. Like, it gave me this like living proof. And I was like, I need to leave the country again. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. And I had a goal of 5,000. I called it my freedom fund, in which I took half my paycheck that I was making and put it into the freedom fund right away. Like, no questions. Like, I was very strict. And another thing, it's a big sacrifice that I make because of the lifestyle that I want to live, that you might not want to live this nomadic lifestyle. So that's okay. But for me, I need to travel to feel like I'm in alignment with who I'm meant to be. So I made a sacrifice of not having a car. And so if you have a car, you definitely know how expensive it is. I made the sacrifice of taking public transit to work, of missing out on social events, of being kind of at whim of people around me at times, so that I could have the freedom that I was craving. Because for so long I associated having a car with freedom, until I realized that I would be using that car to get to work, and then going to work to pay for the car, and then driving the car to get to work. And I realized that, and I was like, that is not freedom to me. And I was like, well, what is freedom to me? Freedom is location independence. Freedom is being able to explore the world. Freedom is not being stuck in Vegas. And so that's the sacrifice that I was willing to make in order to make my dream come true. So there's a give and take here. And I didn't come from money. I've been blessed in my life, but I did not come from a rich family. They're not paying for the trip. I worked a regular 9 to 5 job, and now I'm starting to make income from my coaching business, which is what I created during my work at my 9 to 5. I created 2 packages and a website. Look at my website. It took so long to make that website. Come to realize that I didn't really even need a website, but but I'm glad that I have it, because it's like, it allowed me to organize my offer and organize the value that I bring and create an interface to access me and what I have to offer in a concrete and clear way. So yeah, go check my website if you want to start working with me and you're inspired, because you don't have to subscribe to the rat race if you don't want to, and I could show you how to do it. But anyways, okay, so the business side of things. So honestly, guys, you have to learn how to learn and not just be entertained. Because when I tell you that there's so much free information online, it's endless. You do not have to go to college to get a good education. There's so much available online. And if you decide, you know what, instead of the Netflix show, I'm gonna watch this podcast of this super rich woman or entrepreneur or business owner or someone who's living the life you want to live, you can learn so much of how they run things. So, and that's what I hope you do with me. But yes, that's what I've been doing, is like consuming content intentionally. And that's a big part of what I'm teaching in my Compassionate Confidence program, which is about teaching girls how to navigate the digital world with grounded confidence. Since I used to rely so much of my worth and validation on likes and numbers, and until I allowed myself to be cringe online and like try stuff out, I discovered through that process that content creation is actually self-expression, and it actually can amplify your growth because you're being held accountable by the audience, and also just expressing yourself and finding your voice and gaining community and connections and opportunities. And it's a beautiful place when you have a healthy relationship to it. I could talk about that forever, but let me grab some more things to pack. I had a question that's unrelated to business and content and all that, and it was, what books are you reading right now? And I would love to show you. Thank you, Z, for that question. 2 books that honestly I think really have defined this era of my life. Grit by Angela Duckworth, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. Basically, the thesis is that it's not talent that makes you successful. It's how locked in you are, how focused, how devoted you are to what you want. You can accomplish anything with grit, literally. It's not talent. Some people aren't just luckier than others. It's what you do with that talent. That's another book I've been reading. You Are a Badass at Making Money. And it's just a money mindset book. I think there's a lot of good money mindset books out there. This one's fun, very modern, very like written in a way that's very entertaining. See, it says faith strengthens your relationship with universe intelligence. When you have faith enough to say, I may not know exactly how I'm going to double my income, I just know that I am, you're trusting that the path to riches will be shown to you. See? It just has some good pick-me-ups. Like, let's read right here. Time comes to those who make it, not those who try to find it. That was something that I had to really decide as I was building a business and working, is how I'm going to use my time, because I knew I needed to get out of Vegas. And I was like, okay, well, how am I going to do that in the shortest amount of time possible? So I had to be very intentional with my time. It's strict around here. If you're one of my close friends, you know that, like, it's strict around here. Like, I used to not be so strict, but, like, in order to level up, you have to be strict. I also listen to a lot of podcasts and journal a lot, and yeah, so that's why I'd be so smart. Now we're gonna do bottoms. The lighting is gonna change because the sun is going down, but bear with me, it's my first YouTube video. Promise it'll get better. I'll bring these shorts. Okay, the next question is, how do you overcome the fear of traveling? Here's the thing, guys. It's not that you just don't get scared. It's you're gotta just do it scared. Here's the thing. You're never gonna overcome fear. Fear is your body and mind trying to keep you safe. So it's not something that just goes away. Or else you literally wouldn't be alive, probably. But a lot of times your brain convinces you that things are unsafe and scary, when in reality they're just unfamiliar. So for me, yeah, that moment of the flight during Greece, after telling myself months and months prior that I was not scared and I could do it, that moment I had anxiety, I was anxious. But did that stop me from doing it? No. Do I think you should ever let fear stop you from doing something? No. Because think about it, like, okay, you have an amazing opportunity to public speak at an event, but before you go on stage, you feel a little scared. Does that mean you're not gonna do it? No. It just means you're gonna do it anyway, and you're gonna let that fear fuel you, okay? And actually, what if fear was something to lean into? And what if fear was something that the universe is telling you, hey, trust me, take the leap. Trust me, take the leap. You got this. Actually, you're gonna feel so much more confident after you do it. Confidence doesn't come first. Confidence doesn't come first. Confidence comes after you do something. Clocked. I'm thinking I'm gonna bring a pair of jeans this time. And I don't know why they're gonna fit in here, because last time I didn't bring jeans, and I don't know if I even should, because it's summertime. And honestly, I'm gonna be wearing my workout shorts probably 9 times out of 10. Okay, what else? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's a little bit hard to multitask and answer questions and do this. Like, I'm just gonna have to learn that this is gonna have to be a skill that I do. The next question is, how much do you save for the trips? Okay, great question. So for Greece, I ended up, for the whole trip, I ended up spending $5,000 for the whole month. So I had $3,000 in my bank account when I left, which lasted me the whole month, but I had 0 left. And honestly though, I was pretty lenient with what I was buying. Honestly, towards the end too, especially I was buying a lot of drinks, I was buying gift shop stuff, it was vacation. I really wanted it to be a business lifestyle trip, but it was a vacation because I wasn't clear on my offer yet. So yeah, $3,000 for that month. In Greece, I wore the same tops all the time, and I wish I brought more cute tops. For some reason I thought I was gonna enter this hippie, I'm just gonna vibe on this island. But no, I like to be cute. That's just who I am. I like to dress up, I like to go out sometimes. This one is definitely gonna be more work focused, just workout sets and stuff, but I like to pop out, I like to take a cute picture, so I'm gonna have some options, okay? These are the 3 cuter tops. We're gonna be bringing this one, we're bringing this one, cute, and we're gonna be bringing this one, and one more. Actually, this set is actually my favorite thing that I'm bringing, and I'm so excited to wear it because I'm gonna feel like that girl. Look at this. Isn't this not the most perfect thing? Linen set with a little starfish charm. It literally matches my nails. This is giving bougie Bali mommy. Come on now. This top's coming too. This one's real cute. And I'm gonna bring all my halter tops that I overwear and that you've seen a million times. The next question is, are you staying in multiple accommodations or are you just staying in one? So far, I have 3 different accommodations booked. I have one for a week in Ubud, which is the tranquil jungle, very zen, yoga, health focused. It's in the jungle. It has rice fields. And then I have a week at one of my favorite podcasters' villa. I'm staying with her. I'll tell you more about that later. And then another in Canggu, which is a hostel for 4 nights. It's a wellness co-working hostel. Not a party hostel. The ones in Greece I stayed in were definitely party hostels. But yeah, I think being immersed in communities when you're solo traveling is so important for your mental health. Last time I was booking as I went, which was a little bit stressful, but honestly kind of fun too, because I was able to be like, oh, I really like this island, I'm gonna stay here longer, instead of being like, you know, I gotta go to the next place. I think I'm gonna book a week in Uluwatu, which is surfing kind of like chill town in Bali. I don't know how long I'm staying yet. That's another thing, is like, as this business builds, I might not have to come back, and I plan not to for at least like a month or 2 or 3 years, forever. Vegas is not all that. Don't let the facade fool you. What really gets me is the fact that the Strip is just fake versions of real places. Like a fake Eiffel Tower, a fake New York City, a fake pyramid. Being very spiritual in a place called Sin City. And the reason why it doesn't resonate with me anymore is because I've noticed the patterns of the environment in Vegas and what it symbolizes and represents. For me, what I see is escapism and addiction and wanting to escape reality. And being exposed to that environment since I was young made me feel unsafe a lot of times. Vegas in of itself is just unsafe. You know, it's #1 for sex trafficking. The environment is not built for people, it's built for cars. Growing up in high school, I tried to fit in, tried to find different niches, you know, and I found some that I really liked at the time. Like, I was in the hardcore scene, I would be moshing, but then I would come home with bruises all over me and be like, is this what I enjoy? And then I'd go to raves, and honestly, raves, I still love raves, but it's also very overstimulating. The whole city is overstimulating. And I'm also Oceanna, and I've been landlocked my entire life. I'm in the desert. It just makes sense that I'm leaving Vegas. Like, it's just inevitable, okay? And last time I tried to leave more long term, but then I had to come back. But this time I have a stronger foundation built, so I'm going to long term travel. I'm going to long-term travel, and I just feel like even the first Fridays that I went to recently didn't give me that community that I really craved, and I just feel like a black sheep. As someone who really values health and spirituality and personal growth, personal development, yes, there's communities out here. It's a big city, you know. I just think it's time. I have my family here, I have my friends here. I'll always be a Vegas girl. You can take the girl out of the city, but you can't take the city out of the girl, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just not me anymore. And I think your environment is really important to your growth, and it can either stagnate you or it can expand you. And I think Vegas, and understanding the energy here that feels to me very heavy, in order for me to grow, I have to leave. And honestly, last time when I left for a month by myself to Greece, when I came back, I had a deeper appreciation for it. I had a deeper appreciation for, you know, the cityscape and how it is beautiful. And I think also because I'm not 21, I'm missing out on a lot of it. But that's another thing, is like, I think it just represents like drinking and escapism at its highest form. Like, the industry is built on escapism. Growing up here is a whole different experience, and I would never raise a family here. Love your parents, but I wouldn't do that personally. So why Bali? Well, let me tell you. So Bali is honestly like me in a place. Pretty much. Not only is there a beach there, but this spirituality is so deeply ingrained in the culture. They do devotional rituals every single day. They have temples and, you know, yoga and meditation practices. And I'm just so ready to learn from the lands. Everywhere I've been so far in Europe has been a different type of spirituality. It's been religious, and churches are so beautiful, and like, I love that. But I've never been to Asia before. The spirituality in Asia is so deep and beautiful, and I'm just so excited. And waterfalls, the ocean. I've never been anywhere tropical before. I'm just so ready to have a change of environment, because when you change your environment, you change. I feel like it will mirror my growth as an entrepreneur, as a person devoted to themselves and self-development and expanding my mind and creating community. I really think I'm gonna find my community there, and it's just a beautiful place. Like, have you seen it? Like, I know you want to go to Bali too. Like, I don't have to like sell it. I want to go too. I've made some progress. It's a few days later now, and I've made a lot of progress. I'm basically all packed. I'm checking this bag, so I have my like larger shower products. I have to add 2 more products. I'm also bringing this and this, and we're putting them in here so they don't explode all over my stuff. I'm literally gonna wrap this up so it doesn't break. Thank you, Jose, for the Kali Uchis brand homebody products, and thank you, Len, for the sticky dates. I smell so good thanks to you guys. I'm basically done packing. I just need to do my tech and my makeup, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know what Bali will be, but I do know what staying in Vegas would feel like, so that's why I'm taking the leap. And I'm taking y'all with me in my suitcase, and I'm gonna be vlogging for you to share the journey. You basically get to come to Bali too, so thank you for being here. I'm so grateful. Like and subscribe. Comment below any other questions you might have. I will see you in the next one in Singapore Airport. Bye!